The lights in Riyadh's Kingdom Arena pulsed like a living heartbeat as the final undercard bout ended and the stage reset for the main event. A sea of flags, Russian tricolors on one side, Union Jacks on the other, rippled through the stands. The air carried the metallic tang of adrenaline, the low hum of expectation. Dmitry Bivol, 22-0 with 11 knockouts, the WBA light heavyweight champion, strode out first. His white and gold robe caught the strobes, his expression carved from granite. He had outboxed Canelo Alvarez, Gilberto Ramirez, Joe Smith Jr., names that echoed in boxing lore. Tonight he faced Lyndon Arthur, 23-1 with 16 KOs, a 6'2" Mancunian with a jab like a fence post and a right hand that had flattened Anthony Yard. The Englishman bounced on the balls of his feet in black and gold, eyes narrowed, absorbing the roar of his traveling supporters. The announcer's voice cracked like thunder. In the blue corner, St. Petersburg, Russia, the reigning WBA light heavyweight champion. Dmitry Bivol, the Russian fans answered with a guttural chant. Bivol raised one glove, calm as a winter lake. And in the red corner, Manchester, England, the challenger. Lyndon King Arthur. British voices countered, raw and defiant. The referee brought them center ring. Bivol stared through Arthur. Arthur stared back, nodding at every instruction. The bell clanged. Round one unfolded like a chess match. Bivol glided on the balls of his feet, pawing with a piston jab, measuring. Arthur flicked his own jab, long, stiff, accurate, keeping the Russian at the end of it. 30 seconds in, Bivol feinted low and snapped a left hook to the body. Arthur exhaled sharply but answered with a straight right that grazed the champion's cheek. They reset. Bivol cut angles, Arthur pivoted. Late in the round, Bivol slipped inside and landed a crisp 1-2. The right cross clipped Arthur's chin and drew first blood, a thin line under the left eye. Close, but Bivol's cleaner work took it. Round two saw Arthur plant his feet. He doubled and tripled the jab, reddening Bivol's high guard. The Russian dipped under a looping right and exploded upward with an uppercut that lifted Arthur's head. The arena detonated. Arthur grinned through his mouthpiece, reset, and fired a jab-right-left hook combination. Bivol blocked the hook on his shoulder but felt the body shot that followed. They traded in the pocket, short, vicious bursts. Bivol's shorter punches landed flush. Arthur's longer levers carried thudding intent. On the ropes, Bivol spun off and cracked a hook to the liver. Arthur clinched, breathing hard as the bell rang. Momentum tilted. By round three, the pattern crystallized. Bivol's footwork was liquid geometry, pivot, step, angle. His jab split Arthur's guard like a scalpel. The Brit countered with a perfect right hand over the top that buckled Bivol's knees for a heartbeat. The crowd surged. Bivol clinched, eyes clearing instantly, then ripped a three-punch burst to the head. Arthur's legs stiffened. He answered with uppercuts inside. Sweat flew under the lights. Both men marked. Bivol's left cheek swelling, Arthur's cut trickling. A war in miniature. Round four shifted to the body. Bivol dipped below Arthur's jab and hammered hooks to the ribs. Thump, thump. Arthur's guard sagged. A right uppercut followed by a left hook sent the challenger stumbling along the ropes. The referee hovered. Arthur's heart flashed. He swung a wild left that clipped Bivol's temple. The champion smiled, reset, and resumed the dissection. Arthur survived, but the damage ledger grew lopsided. The middle rounds became a masterclass. Round 5. Bivol feinted until Arthur bit, then landed overhand rights that echoed like gunshots. Arthur's jab lost snap. Fatigue crept in. Round 6. A left hook opened a gash over Arthur's right eye. Blood painted his cheek crimson. The doctor inspected between rounds, fight on. Round 7 ignited. Arthur, sensing the abyss, charged. A massive right hand crashed against Bivol's jaw. The Russian's legs betrayed him for the first time. The arena became a cauldron. Arthur swarmed, hooks, uppercuts, desperation. Bivol slipped, rolled, clinched. As Arthur's barrage slowed, Bivol countered with a laser right cross. Arthur dropped to a knee. The count, 1, 2, 3. 8. He rose, eyes glassy. Bivol attacked, but the bell intervened. Rounds 8 through 10 were surgical. Bivol's combinations flowed. Jab, hook to body, straight right. Arthur's face ballooned. Movement turned labored. He landed a sporadic counter, pure courage, but Bivol dictated every exchange. In round 9, a left uppercut sent Arthur's head skyward. A follow-up hook propped him on the ropes. Standing 8 count. The referee warned, "Defend yourself." Championship rounds arrived with the outcome academic. Round 11. Bivol boxed from range, jab popping like a metronome. Arthur's corner screamed for a miracle. A final flurry staggered the Brit again. Round 12. Bivol switched southpaw, showboating, landing at will. Arthur summoned one last overhand right. It sailed wide. They clinched. The bell rang. Embrace respect. Scorecards 119-109, 118-110, 120-108. Unanimous for Dmitry Bivol. Now 23-0. Arthur fell to 23-2. The champion spoke first, voice steady through translation. Lyndon is strong, very tall. I respect him. I stayed patient, worked the body, that was the key. Arthur, face a topographic map of battle, managed a swollen grin. He's levels above. Slippery, hits like a mule. I'll learn, I'll return. Locker rooms told quieter stories. Bivol iced his jaw, replaying the 7th round wobble in his mind. His trainer sketched adjustments for future wars. Arthur received stitches, his coach praising the heart that kept him upright. You showed the planet what Manchester grit looks like. CompuBox confirmed dominance. Bivol landed 285 of 612 punches, 47%. Arthur 148 of 512, 29%. Power shot accuracy, 52% to 34%. Bivol neutralized the reach with angles, cut the ring like a matador. Analysts called it his toughest defense since Canelo. Arthur earned universal respect. Social media erupted, clips of the uppercut, the knockdown, the late onslaught. Calls for Beterbiev unification thundered. Styles technician versus destroyer. Saudi investment paid off. Global eyes locked on light heavyweight. Weeks later, gyms hummed again. Bivol sharpened tools in snowy Russia. Arthur drilled footwork in Manchester's concrete halls. Both men, tempered by fire, embodied the sport's core. Tactically, Bivol's amateur pedigree, 300-plus bouts, shone. Fights drew reactions. Variety overwhelmed. Arthur's jab, improved since Yarde, lacked layers against elite defense. Bodywork sapped his legs early. Classic strategy executed flawlessly. Physically, both peaked, Bivol razor-sharp at 175. Arthur rehydrated near 190. Emotionally, Bivol revealed fire beneath the ice. Arthur's smile amid punishment inspired. Financially, Bivol pocketed millions, Arthur a career-high 7 figures. Culturally, Russia met Britain in the squared circle, discipline versus defiance. Future paths diverged yet converged on glory. Bivol eyed undisputed. Arthur targeted top 10 scalps, Bramer, Ramirez, redemption. The fight's legacy crystallized. Preparation meets opportunity. Bivol prepared obsessively. Opportunity arrived and he seized it. Arthur, bloodied but unbroken, vowed evolution. A performance that earned admirers worldwide. As the lights brightened and the crowd filed out, discussions turned to Bivol's future. Perhaps a showdown with Artur Beterbiev for undisputed glory. Boxing in its purest form had delivered another epic chapter, but the story didn't end at the bell. In the locker room, Bivol iced his hands, reflecting on the close calls. That 7th round knockdown was a wake-up call. Complacency could cost titles. His trainer, ever the strategist, mapped out adjustments for bigger fights ahead. Arthur, meanwhile, received stitches for his cuts, his team praising his heart. You showed the world what you're made of, his coach said. The loss stung, but it was fuel for the fire. Analysts dissected the bout endlessly. Bivol's punch stats dominated. 285 landed out of 612 thrown, compared to Arthur's 148 of 512. CompuBox numbers highlighted the champion's accuracy, 52% on power shots. Arthur's reach advantage was neutralized by Bivol's angles, a masterclass in ring generalship. Pundits called it Bivol's most challenging defense since Canelo, praising Arthur's resilience. Social media buzzed with highlights, the uppercut in round 2, the knockdown in 7, Bivol's late-round dominance. Fans debated, could anyone dethrone the Russian? Calls for unification grew louder. Beterbiev, the WBC IBF WBO champ, loomed large, his knockout power a stark contrast to Bivol's finesse. In the broader landscape, the fight boosted the light heavyweight division's profile. Saudi Arabia's investment in boxing paid dividends, drawing global eyes. Promoters eyed rematches or crossovers, but for now, Bivol reigned supreme. Weeks later, training camps resumed.